Hey guys, today I want to talk about becoming a part-time farmer. You know, a lot of guys that contact me, they tell me, Steve, I want to become a part-time farmer. At least have a little bit of a garden in my yard or whatever. Most places, if you look around, you can actually find a place where you can grow a garden. And if you rent a place like an apartment or something like that, usually there's some land nearby. If you talk to the people there and say, hey, listen, if I rent this off you, is that okay? Problem is sometimes people walk through those areas and they'll steal some of your stuff there. So make sure you build something around it or whatever to protect your garden, protect your chickens or whatever. Don't let your chickens roam wild, especially if they're roosters, because somebody might eat them. You know, just be careful. You know, because one thing I hate is a rooster crowing outside my window at 4:30 in the morning. That's one thing I don't like. And I got this rooster that just started harassing me about, I don't know, maybe about 2 weeks ago or whatever. And I don't like this guy. And he's going to be on my dinner plate pretty soon. I'll just say that, you know. He's next in line. He's got my name written on him. Anyway, guys, I just want to throw that out there. You know, if you're going to become a farmer, make sure you kind of, either you're in a protected place or you get a place that will suit your needs to be a farmer, okay? And a lot of these small homes around here, there's always a place nearby where you can have like a garden if you talk to somebody, or you talk to the landowner or whatever, or you talk to somebody about, hey, do you mind if I rent this off and I section it off and put a fence around it or whatever, and rent it every year and just plant your garden there. Just tell them, say, listen, I want to rent it for such and such a time, you know, put you know, as long as you can grow all your stuff to fruition, rent it to that time. And you probably won't have to pay that much. You can probably tell the guy, hey, listen, if you let me grow there, I'll give you some of the stuff. If both of us could take care of it or whatever, I'll buy the seeds and both of us will water it and take care of it, and you know, we'll do it that way. And sometimes you can cut a deal with somebody and they'll be okay with that. But let me tell you something, in the Philippines, it's hard. It's hard to have a good garden. I tried growing a garden one time down below, and let me tell you, it's not easy. The rain destroys it. You get these super showers and typhoons and winds, and it just blows everything apart usually or whatever. And that's a big problem over here when you have issues like that, because, you know, is it worth it to start something that you're not going to be able to get to the end of? And I would say probably like about 50% of the time you're not going to make it to the end here, usually because of the heavy showers wash away your garden, or the wind, or it could be anything. It could be people vandalizing your garden, some kids going over there playing or whatever. There's always something going on in the Philippines that makes it kind of difficult and hard. And it's more fun in the Philippines, you know, but you got to kind of go with the flow and learn that those things are going to happen, and stay, like I say, stay positive. Don't let those things take you down. Just walk away from it and say, all right, I didn't succeed at that. I'll try something else. And that's the way you got to kind of be in the Philippines, you know. You're not always going to be successful in your endeavors here. And that's why I try to keep most of my hobbies inside the house versus outside the house. My girlfriend, she's a different type of person. She grows a lot of plants outside and loves her plants. She loves all her flowers and orchids and everything. And she has her orchid garden out in my yard. And she does really, really well at it. I'm kind of disappointed in the way she takes care of my ferns, because I see them turn a little bit brown, and I like my ferns to grow really healthy, okay? And she doesn't take care of them as well as I do. And that's the only thing that ticks me off. And I'm gonna have to go out and get some this blue liquid. It's blue fertilizer. And when I put that on there, those things, man, I love the way those ferns look, and they grow really tall and healthy too. And she just doesn't do that. And I think I'm gonna have to be buying some of that stuff soon to take care of that. But I mean, if you're gonna have a good garden, and I know a lot of people that want to do their mulch. I mean, look at, I'll take you through here. This is actually a mulch place, okay? And they have different, right now it's kind of empty except for that one and that one. And here's the beginning, okay? And what they do is they turn the soil in here. This is the fertilizer place that I'll take you outside and I'll show you the sign. You guys see it every day when I walk through here and stuff. But I want to kind of show you this a little bit, and you can see it. This is a fertilizer place, organic fertilizer. They make it here and they bag it up and I don't know if they give it away or they sell it, but organic fertilizer, Forest Park. And they produce it here. They produce it inside this building here. This used to be the dog pound, and the dog officer that was taking care of the dog pound here didn't do a really good job. In fact, he did a horrible job with the dogs. I had complained to the mayor because it was getting so bad, that the dogs were starving because somebody was throwing the food inside the urine and feces, and the dogs were getting very sickly. And I brought it to her attention. She took care of it really, really fast. I was really glad that happened, and they made it into something a little bit better. You know, I mean, there is a dog problem in the Philippines, all throughout the Philippines. People don't take care of their dogs like they do in the US. They don't love their dogs. Not to say that there aren't people in the Philippines that do love their dogs. I see a lot of people taking their dogs to the mall, and they put the diaper on their husky dog or Shih Tzu or whatever type of dog that they have. And that's okay, because you have to do it to go in the mall, I guess, so they don't go on the floor or whatever. But I don't know about putting a diaper on a dog. I saw a big bulldog there with a diaper, and it just didn't look right. And I also saw, like, what do they call those dogs? Those fighting dogs. Somebody brought one of those dogs into the mall too. It was a friendly dog, and seeing that dog sit there with a diaper on it, that was wrong. You know, that's just wrong. It just doesn't look right. But anyway, guys, I want to just talk about that a little bit. If you're gonna have a farm or something like that over here, make sure, guys, that you know what you're doing, and make sure you plan pretty well. Okay, and you plant in a place that doesn't get a lot of wind or whatever, and you'll do fine. You'll do really fine. Inside the park here, they have trees here. You can come pick up here, lime trees, lemon trees, all different types of trees that they have here. You can get them for free here at the park or pay very little, and they deliver them here, and you can come pick them up and you can plant them in your yard or whatever, or you can plant avocado trees. If you want to do something that's going to really make it in the Philippines, grow papaya, grow mangoes. I know some of these things you're not going to probably live to see, but if you want to grow something that's going to be worthwhile, do those, or plant lemons that will grow fast, like maybe dwarf trees or things like that. Try to find out where you can get these in the Philippines, and go get those types of trees where you can get some of the fruits of your labors, and then take care of those plants, and you know, they'll grow. They'll do well here in the Philippines. You'll do pretty good. Or raise chickens, or raise maybe even dogs if you want to raise like huskies or something like that, husky dogs or something that people will buy. People love huskies over here, but they have a hard time in this hot climate. So you do need some air conditioning in your house for the dog, just for the dog alone. And it's great if you have marble floors that they can lay on. They can kind of stay cool. But there's always something you can do in the Philippines. Farming is one of them. You could also do an orchard, like a lemon orchard. I don't know if you call that an orchard or not, but lemons or papayas or grow bananas or whatever. But anyway, guys, God bless. Take care.